The pain points that the attendees have brought up, such as navigation. We've come up with a couple of ways to tackle that, which one of them is we need like curated tours. We're going to provide either themed tours that people can choose to, and we'll have a tour guide to take them through, or they can plan out their own tour, and they'll have the map, and so they can look at ahead of time and plan exactly where they want to go. Let me get my actual script up now, Google Doc. This isn't helping at all.
Here, I'll pause you.
Where are the pain points? Oh, we also came up with to solve our initial pain point. We also could add in the artists not being able to collect revenue, way for e-commerce through the app, which we would have that you'd be able to digitally purchase artwork. So you would not have to wait through the crowds, or maybe you didn't see the piece of artwork. It'd all be labeled and themed, so you can find exactly what piece you're looking for, at least faster. And maybe if you can't pick it up as well, you can have it shipped. This all definitely needs to be refined. It's just what I have so far, because I only had to move to this next steps. I think that's actually all I have right at the moment.
So, what's a good way to end it? End the presentation?
That's
like,
true.
thank you for watching. Thank you for your time.
About the outro. So
I mean, is
No,
this
you
like
had
a
good one.
YouTube?
What was it? You had a good, just reinstate why it's important to
Yes.
different donations.
So watch that last one that I had uploaded, and it's basically tying it back to now that we provided an easy way for art enthusiasts to be able to contribute to artists and a price point that's affordable for them. We've created a collaborative community art project connecting artists to their fans. We're actually putting East Austin on the map on the world scene by having an artist known for going around the world creating disruptive emerging art. We've created a solution that can be taken, redone next year, different artists, different theme. Maybe want to make it based off of motion. Maybe want to make it based off of community photos, or maybe you want to submit your own art. The solution is able to make it where the broken system where you have to have a full-time staff and apply for 501c status to be a nonprofit organization, meaning you have to charge artists to even pay to play at East. We're taking that and we're making a way without a third party to contribute to those artists' lifestyle. By enabling us to make art, to make a living off of our art, we're enabling us to express ourselves through a visual language that's understandable to everyone. We've connected artists to fans, and we've connected ourselves to our humanity. Art connects people in a way that's mutually beneficial for everyone involved. Bow.
I've written it down.
Can you also add in the next steps how, like, would you kind of like poll the community or try to get an idea of like how it went and like what type of artists you would choose for the next year?
Okay. Oh yes, I do have that written down. Within the next year.
That was something that was like a big one. Laurel kept trying to
How can
be like, but what? Next year, what happens? You know?
In your next steps, I'm concerned that you're pulling in ideas that we rejected from our ideation process.
Yeah, that's what I realized when you were talking, Dave. I just had the script and I just went through my script.
Yeah.
So I'll omit those.
But you could talk more about like building out the service end of like the gift bags or like the
You also talk
project
about
creation process as
the pledge donorship breakdown of the form needs to like be in there.
I really liked the review process for photos because that shows we were listening to feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
to
all
me,
about did we apply the feedback that we got today too?
Right.
That's like seems like a big thing. That's,
To me, it makes more sense that you include the part about the breakdown of the goodie bags or thank you packages,
okay.
so that he can just be really strong with, here's our demo, here's our hi-fi wireframes, and then here's our next steps. So
Okay.
you're still in the solution phase. I think it didn't make as much sense when they couldn't really see our whole presentation.
Yeah, of course,
Okay.
it'll make more sense when the slides are up.
Yeah, they were just going based off what we could show them.
Okay, so keep that. I'll do the 4 tiers. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. That works.
Well, and I feel like when you were talking about next steps, you went on forever with ideas.
Oh yeah, man. I think so much about the service end, right? Because our solution requires it. And he did mention that. He said curating the images that are submitted with, the selfie, like making sure they're appropriate images. And also, I think talking about building out the pre-service period. How do people find out? How do they get involved? Now, we went into that with Sonia's story, as long as we keep that really clear, that it's by maybe word of mouth, maybe walking up to the experience at Canopy,
Yeah.
maybe there's a promotional event going on, maybe we post...
Let's iron that out now because they said they only wanted us to do the one story.
So we can make it one story. Oh, sorry.
So
We could also talk about fleshing out our e-commerce end further because
Yeah.
there's
yeah,
a lot
definitely.
We can
we
rethink
could
that.
do to make it.
I was wondering too because one of the 2 frames that
Sorry, I wave at
no,
people.
it's fine.
Southerners,
The 2
we have to be
frames
friendly
that
or
Laurel really didn't like. We kept exactly as is.
I want to speak to that because
So I'm
they
just
didn't.
saying. I don't know.
They didn't have a problem with our new process because we addressed a lot of little things that tripped them up. We eliminated a lot in 2 hours. So I think that's why they were... Remember, when they looked through the entire app, did they even say e-commerce needs to be redone?
No.
They didn't say that today.
Okay.
But yes, that's still a great thing to do in next steps, right? Because in reality, yes,
Yeah.
e-commerce
You
can be
know that,
redesigned.
or you remember?
I mean, how much money goes into Amazon to redesign their e-commerce process?
Yeah.
A lot.
So that's big. Yeah. We do the video recording now, I guess. You
Yeah.
guys?
I'm probably gonna leave in a minute, but
Yeah, I think we should video ourselves.
yeah.
And just upload it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
And when you video yourself, you can see where your strengths and weaknesses are, and then if we have time, we can sort of pitch it to each other, and then each other can be like, okay, I think this about this part. And like, if you get a lot of practice doing that, our presentation is going to be more punchy.
And if you do a Zoom, you have a way where you can share your screen and have your face up there, right? So you can click through your slides.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
true.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
haven't
you do.
tried that with the
Yeah.
same screen and the same
That'll
person.
be helpful.
That's cool.
Do you want in this recording,
See, she's
Lana
friendly.
can like set the scene and talk about the user scenario, and then while the envision is the clicking, then you talk about like the step by step of what you're doing in the app.
Well, he was
Are you
actually
gonna do the
He's
step of the
talking
scene,
about
the
doing
whole
a video.
scenario?
Yeah.
So when he does the video, you have to set up Sonia's story as you click through. So you say, this is her motivation for getting on the app in the first place, right? How comfortable do you feel with that? Because you didn't really practice that part.
Oh, not at all.
Not at all. Oh, it sounds promising. I'm just kidding.
I appreciate your frankness.
Yes.
Since one of your strengths is like setting the scene and telling
Sure.
this whole scenario thing and making it all colorful,
Yeah.
which like that's the part that needs to be colorful, and then you can be like the analytical.
Like emotionally colorful.
Yeah, I had two
Well, you know,
ideas
you
for
just
this
use a lot of
video.
words and you're like explaining the scenario, you know, like whatever.
So I was thinking a
Because I need to know
video.
the scenario is too, so I like make the slides right.
Gotcha.
Based
So-
on what we talked about.
I was thinking a video would be really effective to show the app demo.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Do you want me to make the video?
No, I thought that it's on Gus's laptop.
Right, so
Someone-
It's
gonna
on all our
record it.
laptops. The
So we're gonna
Envision
do it.
prototype.
Okay.
What the Envision prototype is?
It's on
I haven't
everybody's
seen
laptop.
the latest version of it though.
That's why I'm
Posted a
recording
link
it here.
today
You did?
in Slack. Check your Slack. We can all view it. You can even view it on your phone because he sent us an invitation via text message.
So it should just be put on the side.
That's why I thought I was
So-
doing it here because I didn't have access to it.
Well,
at the
We
house.
have it ready for
I mean,
tomorrow.
you-
So
we can
no, you have
do that.
access to it.
Yeah, but I thought that's why we got in this room, so you're gonna do the recording. of
Right, and we can
the
just,
Envision that.
Well, he should do a recording. You can use QuickTime to record just one section of your screen, and it records your voice at the same time. So you can say, okay, here's where Sonia goes. She was, well, we have already set up the persona for Sonia. So, okay, inside joke. So we've already set up the persona, so that's nice. So we don't need to do that again. So you can say, this is where Sonia goes. She has been talking to her friend Francois at Canopy about East, and she wants to be involved. So Francois says, hey, why don't you check out this app? We're doing a community art project. You can get involved. It's a really low price point to start, and you can even upload your own selfie, and it'll be submitted as part of the project. And we're having this artist that goes around the world doing disruptive art, and he's actually going to plaster your selfie on the wall, maybe on the floor.
But wouldn't it make sense? Like, that's great. That's exactly setting the scene, right?
Exactly.
And that needs to be like how the slides are set up for my solution, like the visual, like walkthrough of that scenario, like the visual storyboard. So if you're saying exactly that, and that's recorded, I'll make sure that the visuals look exactly like that of the storyboard version, and then it also then informs him of how to click around. So it seems like you guys should video, record, voice, whatever, the whole thing together now, so it's packaged, it's nice, and then it's ready for tomorrow. And then I also will have the visual exactly to correlate to whatever the scenario is you just said.
Cool. So it sounds like what we need to do is actually have someone introduce the scenario like I just did,
Yeah,
and then start the
that's
video.
Yeah,
Then the video
yeah.
starts, and then you hear the voice, and you say, okay, so she opens up the app, and then loading
Do
screen.
that part, yeah.
Yeah, loading screen fades after a second or two. She's on page 1. She clicks donate now. Maybe you guys can help us.
say it again, sorry.
So she's on page 1.
Yeah.
She clicks donate now.
mhm.
She
Maybe I should
chooses, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're not recording it.
Well, I know, but I mean, like, I should
Oh.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
should
wanna
practice this right
practice
now.
it, yeah.
I have to leave.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we